I bought all 5 builders as a Town Hall 7 at 3,500 gems without spending a single penny. Let me show you guys how I did it. Alright, we're working our way through this tutorial. We're working our way through the tutorial without spending a single gem, and that's going to be, for those of you who are working towards getting your builders, that's going to be the biggest thing. Obviously, don't spend any gems on anything but your builders. It might not seem like a lot of gems, but a lot of little gem upgrades add up. Some gems now. Let's see. Is it a lot? Ooh, 50. That's not bad. So 50 gems for connecting your Supercell ID. We'll take that. And then we got another one here for 2 gems. We'll take that. And then what are we at? 362. So we're almost at the first builder. Come on, get the wall. There we go. We got it. Wall buster achieved. So that means we're going to go from 499 to 509. It's time for the first, well, technically the third builder. The first one that we actually had to save up for. There it is. Builder number 3. We're making progress. So that means builder number 4 is going to be 1,000 gems. And now we're going to have to get gems from the trophy pushing achievements, which we're going to have to do at Town Hall 7. It's a Town Hall 8, but we got dragons. Let's let it rip. If we triple this, we get our gems. I was going to say builder, but we're not quite there yet. Get a little ahead of myself. Come on, balloons. Go, 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 go. You got this. Up, up, up. One balloon, and... oh, there we go. We almost lost the balloons there. That should be a triple, unless the archer towers prove to be a big pain on the back end, but there's only 2 of them left. But we'll just have to kind of wait forever for these dragons to make their way around. Alright, we just got the 1,250, which is the first big milestone for trophy pushing and getting gems. So we'll collect. We got a few others along the way as well, just some small ones here and there. There's the big one. That's a big boost of 450 gems. Grab a few more. And then I also wanted to point out this one down here because the Expo Exterminator, if you can find a Rush Town Hall 9 or just a Town Hall 9 with a Ground Expo on the outside, all you got to do is take out that one Expo and that gives you another 50 gems. So if you're still pushing for some gems for your builders, that's a good way to go. And that puts us up to 771. So one more achievement with the trophy pushing. So once we hit Crystal League at 2,000 trophies, we'll be able to build builder number 4. A few more things that I kind of forgot about is you can be working on builder base. I haven't really messed with builder base too much, but it is a great source for gems. We could be even closer to getting the 4th builder by now if I were pushing that a little bit harder. And then the last thing is be sure to do your capital raid. So make sure you're in a clan on the weekend. Every single weekend, there's clan capital raids. If you participate, you can get some more gems. I just did one single clan capital raid weekend, and we get another 125 gems down here from the bottom. So we'll see what that brings us up to. 896. We're getting really close to builder number 4 now. And then it looks like there's going to be more achievements. I don't know how far away those next 2 are down here. Looks like they're a little ways off. But the next thing is going to be hitting Crystal League. So I've been grinding a bit in the background, as you can see, getting lots of attacks in. A lot of these attacks not for very many trophies, so it's taken a while to actually get the trophy push. But I just realized, I didn't even notice how close we were, but I actually hit 1,000 gems just from the small achievements that we've been picking up in the background and clearing out obstacles on the home village and the builder base. So with that, let's go ahead and unlock builder number 4. And there we go. We'll put it right there in the corner. So we have one more builder to get. Let's go ahead and keep on pushing. We are definitely going to need the gems from the achievements for this one. So we will be getting a bunch of gems back when we hit Crystal League, but I think we're going to have to go all the way to Champs. So let's keep on pushing and let's get that last builder. All right, we're 15 trophies away from getting the next big batch of gems. Let's see if we can get it in 1 or 2 attacks here. And we'll kind of take a look at what bases I'm seeing about this trophy range as well. Now, with the way that trophy pushing has changed, and this is kind of my first trophy push ever since the trophy pushing system did change, you got to be pretty careful. You don't want to bite off more than you can chew, because even if you were to lose like 7 trophies, that's going to potentially set you back like 2 or 3 attacks, because it can be difficult to actually get positive trophies. Like, we could take this base here. We're going to go ahead and take this for 4 trophies. and then hopefully we can find something maybe a little bit better. This guy doesn't even have any air defenses. He's just got them all upgrading, so we're just going to spam in the dragons, and then you could do that and then force quit the game or whatever, but we'll send in the dragons, grab a few trophies here, and then we got the rage spells to push the dragons through. Normally I would rage around the air defenses. On this base, of course, it's not even going to be an issue. We don't need to use the CC, which is nice. And then we'll go ahead and jump to the end of this attack. So there we go, we wrapped up this attack, well, or we're about to anyway. But this is one of the big differences to where trophy pushing is now compared to where it used to be. So it used to be way more worth it to go out and like 1-star Town Hall 9s, which is relatively easy to do. But now if you 1-star, whether it's percentage or the Town Hall, you're only going to get 1 trophy. So even going after a Town Hall 7 like this for 4 trophies is way more worth it. Now that's not to say that you're not going to find bases that have a bunch of trophies. I just hit this one a few minutes ago, and this was just it's a Town Hall 9, but it's got everything stacked up, not to mention the air defenses aren't even that well upgraded, so we were able to get through this one pretty easily. Took pretty much the entire clock, but that was a nice little boost in trophies, and then I think we had one earlier as well, so or no, we had a couple back-to-back there, so we had a 22 and a 21, but we are still just short. We need 11 more. Let's see if we can try to get it in one more attack. Also, just kind of looking at the types of bases we're finding at this level, there are a lot of Town Hall 9s, and like I said, I try to stay away from the Town Hall 9s unless they have like a bunch of air defenses upgrading. Like this one's going to be a great one, so it's a good thing I started talking again. This is actually perfect. He's got 2 air defenses upgrading, and then the other 2 are not maxed out for Town Hall 9, so we should be able to make a pretty good push. The most important thing here is going to be a funnel, so we'll do a couple of dragons on either side and then just be a little bit patient with them to make sure that funnel gets set, and then we're going to send the rest of the dragons with all the balloons right down the middle here. So, and then we'll put in these rage spells. I usually try to rage around all the air defenses, and this one there's only 2 air defenses, so we'll go rage for that. And then the other spots I like to rage are just anywhere where there's like a big group of high HP buildings, like in the core here. We're going to try to rage through all these storages, clan, castle, town hall. I need to get the dragons in there, get that air defense out of the way. There we go. And don't underestimate the archer towers either at this level. Town Hall 7 dragons versus Town Hall 9 archer towers can be a big problem. So let's rage in the core like I mentioned. And then we will skip to the attack. I mean, we're kind of losing dragons, so we might be lucky to 1-star this one. And like I said, you don't want to underestimate these Town Hall 9s. They can be surprisingly strong. All the dragons are dying out. Luckily, this one... Can I get the Town Hall? We might actually... Okay, oof. I'll start to get a little bit worried we might lose trophies on this one, but I think we're going to get away with the 2-star. I was feeling like we might be able to triple, but like I said, those Teslas, those archer towers, the traps at the beginning was just a bit too much. We can dip out. The percentage doesn't matter for trophies. That gave us 8, so we're still going to need to do one more attack. We need 3 trophies this time. We're so close. All right, so the dragons are wrapping this up. The trophy pushing can definitely be tedious, but if you just sit down and do a bunch of attacks, you'll find plenty of bases like this as well, and it's really not too bad. But even if you are finding it kind of tedious, it's still absolutely worth it to do some trophy pushing to get your builders unlocked, because getting all of your builders unlocked is going to be incredibly helpful for your progression. So there we go, finally into Crystal 3. Let's grab these gems. So that's 250 gems out of Crystal. I was saying earlier we got to hit champs, but I think if we hit masters, we might have enough gems from clearing obstacles and builder base. So we'll get working on builder base as well, because we'll need to make up about another 700 gems roughly. I don't know if we'll be able to do quite that much. It also depends on what other achievements we hit along the way here, but if we can clear that, we might not even need to get to champions. But let's push up to masters first and then see where we are from there. So we're pretty close to the finish line now. We only need like 41 trophies before we get to Masters League, which is going to give us 8,000 gems. And then we also have recently hit Firefighter. So kind of like the Expo one, you're going to be finding Town Hall 10s that might be either progress bases or just rush Town Hall 10s, and that allows you to actually take out Inferno Towers. And a tip is, even if an Inferno Tower has just been placed by like a new Town Hall 10 and it's still technically building, so it's not an active Inferno Tower, it still counts for this achievement. So if you find a brand new Town Hall 10 and you see the building that you think is the Inferno Tower that is being built, then you can take that out and that counts towards your 10. But there's another 100 gems. We'll go ahead and collect that, and that puts us pretty close. So once we get that extra 1,000, we're going to be less than 100 gems away from getting that 5th builder. And if you take a look, I'm in the wrong spot here. We'll take a look at the achievements. So once we hit Masters, we could switch over to base building. Like I said, we're less than 100 gems away. Then we have the champion builder down here for builder base, which we're already at 912 trophies, or at least we were. I don't know where we're at necessarily right now, but in any case, it's going to be an easy 100 gems right there from builder base, which we have been kind of working on here and there. That's how we've gotten so many gems, not only from clearing obstacles every day, but also popping into builder base and doing some stuff over there, doing some stuff in clan capital, clan games. All these different things are different sources of gems. But with all that, let's get this last builder out of the way. Literally the first base that pops up. So I've actually been hitting a lot of bases like this. Now for Town Hall 9, you can try to go for the triple if you just rush like the air defenses, and then especially if the expos are on ground. But for Town Hall 10, especially with these archer towers upgraded like that, there is essentially no chance as a Town Hall 7 you're gonna 3-star this. So my advice for these bases is just go for that sure 2-star, but save your clan castle troops, because there's really no point in dropping them here. We'll drop 4 on the Town Hall, drop in that ridge so they can get through that queen easily with no issues, and then from here we just try to make sure that we get the 50%. So there we go, that's wrapping up. We got the 2-star, no reason to stick around, and we get 6 trophies, which honestly isn't terrible. Also, we'll take a look at the attack log. I've gotten a few lucky hits here recently. As you can see here, we got a 26. We were able to triple a Town Hall 7, and that came right after we found a Town Hall 6. So even up here near Masters, I'm still finding occasionally Town Hall 6s that are worth like 40 plus trophies. So definitely just be patient. Try, like I said before, try to not hit bases that are going to be too much, because you don't want to lose trophies. Losing trophies at this point in the trophy pushing is going to set you back significantly. So you just really got to be patient. You're going to hit next a lot, and that's really just all there is to it. Just trying to find bases that you can, at the very least, 2-star is the goal, because if you do 1-star, it's only worth 1 trophy, which really isn't worth it. Now for this base, is going to be the same thing as what we just did. We're just going to go for the 2-stars here. And there we go, another 2-star and another clan castle saved, so we don't have to worry about that. 7 more trophies is a nice little push. And then one last thing I wanted to mention is I'm doing this as a Town Hall 7. Like, I'm insisting on doing this as a Town Hall 7 just to basically show that it is possible at Town Hall 7. It's technically possible at even lower Town Hall levels to do this exact same trophy push and get all 5 builders, but I feel like Town Hall 7 is where the difficulty level really becomes a lot more reasonable, because dragons are in the mix. But if you're finding this to be too tedious, too difficult, and you're really getting frustrated with it, move up to Town Hall 8. If you use this, basically this same army at Town Hall 8, the difficulty level comes down quite a bit, and then obviously for each Town Hall level you go above that, getting to Masters League becomes easier and easier, and it becomes even reasonable to get into Champs League. You could easily get into Champs as a Town Hall 8. You can get there as a Town Hall 7 too. It's just going to be a bit of a longer grind, but yeah, that would be my advice if you're really struggling, really having a difficult time with it. Just move up to Town Hall 8. And the next video that I'm going to post on this channel is going to be Town Hall 8 air attacks. I would suggest looking at that, and specifically looking at that dragon attack in particular. It's going to be the same one that you're going to want to use for this trophy push. It's pretty much what we're using now, but with a few tiny differences. We'll be using the Archer Queen, the Clan Cast will be a tiny bit different, and the spells will be a tiny bit different. But other than that, it's just going to be the strength of the dragons. Alright, I was searching around, and I've actually found this exact same base design at least once or twice before. So this is a popular one for Town Hall 6 pushers, and like I said, if you just look around, you do find these from time to time. So this is gonna be enough to push us. Also, it doesn't really matter. It's a Town Hall 6, you can kind of drop your dragons wherever. I suggest spreading them out just so it's a bit faster, but this is gonna be enough to finally get us into Masters League and give us the extra 1,000 trophies, which means we are about to finally get our 5th builder without spending a penny on the game. I'll fast forward to the end of this attack. And there we go, another massive 42 trophy gain there, easily done as well. It's such a relief when you find the Town Hall 6s. And let's see it, we are in Masters 3, so there we go. So, and then of course Masters 3 gives us League All-Star, 1,000 gems. And if for some reason you needed the more gems, you could push the champions. That would give you another 2,000 if, like I said, for some reason you don't have enough gems for the 5th builder. You can go a little bit further, and then that just gives you the entire 2,000 gems. And like I said earlier, if you're short for some reason, if you haven't had as many obstacle clears or anything like that, if you were to keep on going after Town Hall 9s, take down Expos, I'm actually pretty close to getting 100 gems there. We could go after some goblins and get at least a decent chunk of gems there, especially if we could get pretty far into that map. And then, of course, there's plenty of gems to be had on Builder Base. There's some gems that can still be collected in Clan Capital, which I try to do Clan Capital each weekend. I think I might have missed 1 or 2 weekends, though, so this could be a little bit higher. It looks like it is going to take a little bit longer for Clan Capital, but Builder Base and some of these other achievements is really going to help you out significantly. Also, for Builder Base, I really encourage you to try to get the baby dragons unlocked as quickly as possible, and then just focus on upgrading the baby dragons, because that's going to be the easiest, the best troop that you can use. All right, one more attack should get us up there if we can get that the 40 trophies from the next hit, so let's get after it. And this one should be a pretty easy plus 40, at least with the baby dragons. So if you're farming with the, or I guess not farming, but if you're doing attacks with the baby dragons, just obviously go after the air targeting defenses first, and you should be in good shape. And there we go, we made it up to 1,002. There's another 100 trophies, or not trophies, gems. And then if you want to keep going on Builder Base, apparently you get quite a few gems for the next step as well. So there's another 1,000 if you really wanted to go for that. But we made it over our 2,000 gold. Here finally is builder number 5. All of them for free. So that wraps this up. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know down in the comments below. If you're curious what to do with your gems now, I would highly suggest that you continue to save them and use them for your apprentices later on. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, you get the helper hut unlocked at Town Hall 9, you get the lab assistant, and then at Town Hall 10 you get the builder apprentice, and then at Town Hall 11 you do get the alchemist. All 3 of these are going to be helpful for your progression, but all 3 of these are also very expensive to upgrade, so the more gems that you could save up, the better off you'll be putting them towards that. And I would suggest putting gems towards these helpers, especially early on in the game, because they are going to help you progress faster. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and if you want to see more Clash of Clans content from me, I recommend checking out one of these videos right here.